Hello Factors, welcome to RPG Facts, where everything we tackle here is all facts. This is Reeve, your ultimate factor. So, our very first vlog, or our very first video, we're going to start on a serious note. And the topic that we're going to tackle or to dive today is all about mental health or mental illness. But before we're going to dive more to that, let's go ahead to the intro, shall we? So, hi again. So, we're going to start our topic now. So, if we're going to think mental health or mental illness, what pops up to our mind? Oh, if you're a Filipino, this is probably going to pop up in your mind first. Kaoehan? Kadramahan? No, 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 no. You shouldn't be thinking like that. Because if you're going to think like mental illness or mental health is kaoehan or kadramahan, it's going to be bad for you. Because if you're not going to be careful in it, it might cost you something. And the worst of it, it might cost your life if you're not being wary of it. So, what are the symptoms or what are the signs if you're having mental illness? But before that, we're going to talk about mental illness first. So, illness is a long range of medical condition such as major depression, eating disorder, panic disorder, schizophrenia, or even obsessive compulsive disorder. So by knowing it, it is very, very harmful to us. And by so, we should know the signs, the major signs, if we're already experiencing those kind of things. So these are the 5 major signs that I've researched. So first, excessive paranoia, worrisome, and anxiety. Second, prolonged sadness and irritation. Third, extreme changes of mood. Fourth, social withdrawal. And fifth, dramatic changes in eating or in sleeping pattern. So it's very, if you already have that signs already, what should we call or who should we call? So I'm gonna put up in the screen who to call. It's in the Department of Health, their call center, and I'm gonna put it in the screen. You already seen it. So if you already have these symptoms, you should call this number I'm gonna put up in the screen. So as a matter of fact, in our country, which is the Philippines, depression or mental illness is ranked as the 3rd most lasting disability that has caused in our country. And as a matter of fact, the World Health Organization has already estimated the prevalence of the depression cases in our country, and it's on 6%, which is 6 million Filipinos who is suffering from mental illness or depression. And by it, it's very, 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 very worrisome if you're going to think of it, that is happening in our country. Because most of the Filipinos think mental illness as overreacting, or think as they're only doing some drama. No, it's not. It's a very serious matter, and we have to be serious on it. Because if you're not going to serious on it, you're going to regret it. So what should we do? What should we do to prevent us from having this illness or having mental illness or depression or anything from it? So I have searched 10 things that we should do to prevent us to have mental illness. So first, to talk about your feelings. So talking about our feelings is very important, because if we feel troubled, if we feel sad, or we feel something is bothering us, we have to talk about our feelings. Because if we don't talk about our feelings, we end up sinking with the problems itself, and that makes us depressed. So we have to talk about our feelings. It is very important. Secondly, we have to keep active, not just physically but mentally. So we have to exercise our mind and also our body, because it helps us boost our self-esteem or our confidence. And third, eat well. It is very important to eat well because why? It gives us nutrients to our body and to our brain. And because of it, it gives us peace of mind and peace of. Fourth, drink sensibly. This only applies to the person who drinks alcohol, because if you drink alcoholic drinks just to forget your problems, that is also a good thing, but it is a very bad thing, because if you rely on it, if or you depend on it, it might be very bad to you, because if you keep drinking just to forget problems, you might get addicted to it, because the if you drink to forget the problems, the effect is only temporary and it's not long lasting. Fifth, keep in touch. If I'm going to say keep it doesn't mean physically, okay? It means socially. Why? We have to keep in touch with everyone because it helps us to have a peaceful mind and a healthy mind. Because of it, we can be happy and feel at ease at all times. Six, ask for help. So why is it very important for us to ask for help? Because if you're going to do everything to yourself alone, you might end up sinking down into the problems, and it might go another level to another level until you give up. And that's the bad thing. So that's why we have to ask for help if we can't do it. Seven, take a break. This is one of the most important things. We have to take a break because if we don't take breaks, we might end up being depressed because we are getting pressured by something, especially in our schoolworks. If you don't know how to take a break, it might be bad for you because you might feel bombarded and you might do something you're good at. Why do we have to do something that we're already good at? Because if we do it, it makes us feel way more goodest. It makes us feel better if we do something we love and we are good at something. 9, accept who you are. This is very, very important. Because if you don't know how to accept who you are, it might be very, very bad to you and to everyone. Because you might end up hating yourself and everyone else because you cannot accept yourself. So we have to learn to accept and love ourselves because we can't rely to everyone all the times. We have to rely on ourselves and we have to be dependent to ourselves. And lastly, care for others. So I'm going to tell you a quote. Friends are really important. We help each other whenever we can. So it's a two-way street. And supporting them live up for me. So why do we have to care for everyone else? Because if we care about everyone else, if we show kindness to everyone else, everyone will show their kindness to us. So it's a two-way street. And by it could create a very healthy surrounding and a very healthy relationship to yourself and to everyone. So that's end up my discussion for today. Have you learned something? If you have, please click the subscription and the like. And don't forget to hit the notification bar for more. And that's it, Factors. So long.